Hello and welcome to Disney Movie Investigation. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome to the show. Each week we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. This week we are continuing to feature the movies on Disney Star as we take a look at the 2009 independent comedy 500 Days of Summer. So sit back and enjoy this week's Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, this week we are taking a look at 500 Days of Summer. So this movie was released on January 17th, 2009 at the Sundance Film Festival. And then it was re-released on August 7th, 2009 for general release. It is directed by Mark Webb, and it was written by Scott Neustadter and Michael H. Webb. The production companies are Dune Entertainment, and it was distributed by Fox Searchlight Pictures. The budget for this movie was $7.5 million, and it did a box office of $60.7 million. So the film is presented as a non-linear story about the romance between Tom Hansen and Summer Finn, and each scene is started with a title card showing what day of the romance it is. Co-writer Scott Neustadter had said that the story is based on a real romance from his own personal life. And then director Mark Webb has also stated that he wanted this to be a coming-of-age story rather than a romantic comedy. So that's given the non-linear format, as well as mostly taking it seriously and not doing a lot of gags and jokes. And this also means that the audience is left to come to their own conclusion rather than a standard romantic fairy tale. The movie was filmed in and around Los Angeles, making use of familiar Los Angeles architecture, such as the Los Angeles Music Center and California Plaza. The costume of Zooey Deschanel was purposely given the color blue to match her eye color, which is also subconsciously drawing the audience to her. So you'll see in a lot of the scenes, she is wearing either blue trim or has like a blue barrette in her hair. There's always something blue in her costume design. And then the costumes for both Zooey Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt were a mix of vintage and fast fashion to be realistic of what the characters could afford. To market the movie, both Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel appeared on Mean Magazine's Cinema Mash series, and they played the characters from Sid and Nancy, where they incorporated story elements from 500 Days of Summer. So let's take a look at the cast. We have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays Tom Hansen, Zooey Deschanel, who plays Summer Finn, Jeffrey Arend, who plays Mackenzie, Chloe Grace Moretz, who plays Rachel Hansen, Matthew Gray Gubler, who plays Paul, and Clark Gregg, who plays Vance. So let's take a look at the plot. After it looks like she has left his life for good this time, Tom Hansen reflects back on just over the 1 year that he knew Summer Finn. For Tom, it was love at first sight when she walked into the greeting card company where he worked. She was the new administrative assistant. Soon, Tom knew that Summer was the woman with whom he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. Although Summer did not believe in relationships or boyfriends, in her assertion, real life will always ultimately get in the way. Tom and Summer became more than just friends. Though the trials and tribulation of Tom and Summer's so-called relationship, Tom could always count on the advice of his two best friends, Mackenzie and Paul. However, it is Tom's adolescent sister, Rachel, who is the voice of reason, and after it is said and done, Tom is the one who ultimately has to make the choice whether to listen or not. So some interesting trivia about this movie is that the film made its debut on the 25th Sundance Film Festival, and it proved to be a huge success and actually received a standing ovation from festival crowds upon the screening. In Europe, 500 Days of Summer premiered in Switzerland in the opening of the 62nd annual Locarno Film Festival. Would I recommend this movie? Yes, I really like this movie. I think the story's engaging and simple. And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel have amazing chemistry together. You believe in the relationship and both come off as sympathetic characters. I like the non-linear storyline as it is unique and it keeps the audience wondering what will happen next. And then, like I said, it's a simple story, but it's memorable, so I definitely recommend this movie. So that'll do it this week for Disney Movie Investigation. So please feel free to, in the comments, to say what you think of the movie or what your favorite scene is. And our next video, we're going to continue our series on the Avengers as we look at the Avengers Age of Ultron. So until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you real soon. Bye-bye.